Hello and a very warm welcome to all of you. My name is Hosnaim, and as someone who works with AI in the hotel industry every single day, I get this incredible front row seat to the tech that's, well, it's completely changing the game. It's a real pleasure to be here with you, the students of Europe Hotel School, because today we are going to unpack something huge. We're talking about a topic that is just fundamentally reshaping hotel operations as we know it, and that is the new speed of training.
All right, let's just jump right in. Think about luxury hospitality for a second. Everything, and I mean everything, moves at lightning speed, right? Guest expectations, service standards, new operational needs, they can change in the blink of an eye. But for decades, there's been this one thing that has always been slow, and that's creating the training we need to keep up. It's been a massive bottleneck for the entire industry.
So this is the core problem we've all been wrestling with for years. I mean, picture this. On one side, you've got the immediate reality of running a hotel. A chef launches a new menu, and the service team needs to know it like today. A new safety regulation comes down, and it has to be implemented right now. But then, on the other side, you have the old way of doing things. The traditional training process. Well, that takes weeks, sometimes even months. By the time the training is actually ready to go, the moment's gone. The need is past. You're already playing catch-up.
So the big question is, how do we fix this? How do you actually close that massive gap between an urgent need and getting your team the knowledge they need to meet it? Well, the answer is a technology that is, and I'm not exaggerating, a total game changer. It's something that forward-thinking institutions like yours are already embracing, and that is generative AI. And listen, this isn't just some small update or minor tweak. No way. This is a complete overhaul of how we think about training. It's all about what we're starting to call generative agility.
Okay, so what's the magic behind this? Well, the core idea, the thing that makes all of this possible, is something called rapid authoring. And it's exactly what it sounds like. We're talking about using those super advanced large language models, the same kind of tech that powers things like ChatGPT, and these platforms can literally take your existing hotel documents and almost instantly build a complete training course right from them. It's incredible.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds amazing, but probably super complicated, right? Well, that's the best part. It's actually beautifully simple. Let me just walk you through how it works in a real hotel setting. Seriously, it's this straightforward. Okay, step 1. A manager just uploads a document they already have. Could be anything. A chef's new recipe guide, a standard operating procedure for front desk check-in, you name it. Step 2, they click Generate. Just one button. And boom, the AI instantly builds out a whole course, complete with lessons, quizzes, even scripts for short videos. And finally, step 3, deploy. The finished training gets sent directly to the team's mobile devices. I mean, just think about that. A new safety rule gets announced in the morning, and by the afternoon, a complete training module is in every single employee's hands. That is the revolution we're talking about. Now, this is so much more than just saving a bit of time for the HR department. This speed, this agility, it creates a powerful, tangible, honest-to-goodness competitive advantage for the entire hotel. Because when your team is always perfectly up to date on everything, it changes the whole game.
Okay, but let's get down to brass tacks here. It's great to be fast, for sure, but what does that actually mean for the business? For the bottom line? What's the real-world impact on the stuff every hotel manager obsesses over?
And this, my friends, is where it gets really exciting, because the data is crystal clear. We see a direct link. Hotels that adopt these kinds of agile training strategies, they're seeing revenue growth of 15 to 25% just from better upselling and product knowledge. Guest satisfaction scores, they can jump by over 30%. Why? Because the service is just flawless and consistent. And operational efficiency goes up by 20% or more simply because you're slashing the number of mistakes.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly sums up that incredible 1-2 punch. On one hand, you're elevating your service to the absolute highest possible standard. But at the same time, you are dramatically cutting down on all the administrative costs and time sinks of the old way of doing things. It's the absolute definition of working smarter, not harder.
Okay, so let's bring this all back home. Back to you. You are the next generation of leaders in this industry. So what does all of this tech really mean for your career and for the skills you're going to need to not just survive, but to thrive? Because let me be clear, this isn't just some passing trend. This is the new reality.
The message here really couldn't be clearer. Knowing how to use these AI tools to train and develop your teams, it's not a nice-to-have skill anymore. It's not optional. It is quickly becoming the absolute, non-negotiable standard for what it means to be an effective leader in hospitality. Honestly, being able to respond with this kind of speed and precision, that's what's going to set you apart. That's what'll make you a future-ready professional.
So I want to leave you with a question that brings us right back to where we started. Remember that training gap we talked about? That huge delay, those weeks or even months that separate a critical operational need from a team that's actually ready to handle it? As you go out and build your amazing careers, the question you're going to have to answer, for yourself and for your teams, is this: how are you going to use these incredible new tools to finally close that gap for good and lead your people to incredible success? I wish you all the very best on your journey.